Good evening indeed, and many thanks for joining us on this evening on Rwanda Television News. We are very glad to have your company tonight, and this is what is coming up on our edition tonight. A Sukhoi 25 fighter jet from the DR Congo on Tuesday, January 24th, violated Rwanda's airspace. The third time such an incident occurred in 3 months, forcing Rwanda to take defensive measures. Rubavu district residents in the western province of Rwanda appreciate that their participation in government planning and policies improved, but point out that there are some projects that are implemented without their viewpoint, hence different challenges in the implementation. We are very glad to have your company tonight, coming to you straight from the heart of Africa, Kigali. My name is Sam Kalisa. Starting it off, a Sukhoi 25 fighter jet from the Democratic Republic of Congo on Tuesday, January 24th, violated Rwanda's airspace. The third time such an incident occurred in 3 months, forcing Rwanda to take defensive measures. According to the official Rwanda government spokesperson, today at 5:03 p.m. a Sukhoi 25 from the DR Congo violated Rwanda's airspace for the third time. Defensive measures were taken. Rwanda asks the DRC to stop these aggressions, and this is the Rwandan government document, or just an official statement on this particular issue. Moving ahead, Rubavu district residents in the western province of Rwanda appreciate that their participation in government planning as well as policies improved, but point out that there are still some projects that are implemented without their viewpoint, hence different challenges in the implementation of such projects. Prince Manzi with a detailed report.
In the past 6 years, there was an increase in the participation of citizens in the government and the public activities. Residents of Rubavu sector appreciate this move as their ideas are being heard. For instance, the establishment of these nights was our idea to the leaders and the reg workers, and after a couple of days, they started the installation, hence electricity in this region. Their participation was not always considered, as there are different public activities implemented without their awareness. They point out that this most likely resulted into difficulties. There are times that they do not want to hear our points, stating that it was already done. In few words, they think for us, but if they would understand our views on different projects, it would be in favor of both sides. The statistics from the Rwanda Governance Board demonstrates that 40% of the Rubavu residents demonstrate that their participation in the public activities is low and do not appreciate it. The reason why a team of senates in the Committee on Political Affairs and Governance visited citizens and local leaders to solve some of their problems, and found that what is essential is to explain for the citizens their actual role in their activities, as explained by the chairperson of this committee. Approaching them is essential because there is a lot that they are not aware of, including their rights and their role in the public activities. We have instances of projects established in the areas with no residents. An example is a market. You find that the market is not participated because it was introduced in a place that the residents don't want it to be. Not market only, but also roads. In the Western Province, the Rubavu and Rutsiro districts have a large number of citizens who least appreciate their role in their activities. Prince Manzi, RwandaTV News.
The Rwanda Chancellery for Heroes, National Orders and Decorations of Honors point out that the act of providing decorations of honor is done purposely for promoting excellency and preserving the Rwandan culture, especially in the youth. Meanwhile, the honor decorated figures urge the youth to be fond of the heroism as their values. Prince Manzi continues.
Sosthene Niyitegeka had 104 people during the 1994 genocide against the Tutsi, hence their survival. According to him, this act rose from a heart of not accepting unfairness that he had. Many knew me and knew me well. During the genocide, as they were being hunted and fleeing, they thought of hiding at my home. They trusted me that I will not harm them. Sosthene Niyitegeka states that even though it was not easy, he managed to share the little he had with the people who fled to him. Some would always think that I acquired people at my house, and that is why I use tricks that they buy me food at the market. I also had a cow. I gave them milk. In 2007, Niyitegeka was surprised and happy to be decorated Honors of Fighting Genocide. When the President of the Republic humbly decorated me the honors, it made me feel proud. Niyitegeka states some of the heroic values and urges the youth to be fond of them. Heroism is having the mentality of being good to everyone, not having hate and jealous. Those values are the basis of heroism. Another thing is always being truthful and tell only the truth. That is heroism. Rwaka Nicola, of the Rwanda Chancellery for Heroes, National Orders and Decorations of Honor, points out that providing decoration of honors is for teaching young people the culture of appreciation. The importance of appreciating is because a country that does not appreciate usually don't possess the culture of valuing the acts of its citizens. We want people to be characterized by the thanking value, because when a good doer is appreciated, he always does well and they prove for better. In Rwanda, there is the Decoration of Honor of the Liberation of Rwanda, Uruti, the Decoration of Honor of Fighting Genocide, Umurinzi, as well as the Agaciro, Igihango, Indashyikirwa, Indangamirwa, and Indengabanganizi Decoration of Honors. Prince Manzi, RwandaTV News.
Thank you, Prince. Moving ahead, importers and exporters declare that the increase in number of international companies that help them carry their cargo has greatly benefited them, because now they no longer have to meet face-to-face with the freight forwarders, because these companies do this work and they are reliable, according to these exporters. We do have the detailed report with Jessica Agasaro.
During business hours, various tasks related to loading and unloading goods are ongoing at the international transport company Bolloré that sends and receives goods around the world. Usually, in the early years, it was required that the person sending or receiving cargo from abroad had to negotiate with the factory or another partner. But nowadays, the rest of the process has been expanded and updated.
Global Container Shipping Company is a large international company with 730 ships at sea. They have the capacity and they want to do logistics in Africa. We are working together and we are already in 48 countries in Africa, including Rwanda. The value of the deal is 6 billion.
Some foreigners who make their investment in Rwanda are happy that the country continues to open its doors to those who want to facilitate the movement of goods from around the world, because it shows the confidence the country has in the international market.
They are doing our 100% transportation system. They are handling all the containers and all India, right from the China, right from the Saudi or from the Egypt. So normally they are also planning to go for end-to-end.
RDB figures shows that last year Rwanda made an investment worth of $1.6 billion. There are some international investors who find it valuable to work in Rwanda and have decided to start working here. This is due to the fact that there are practical reasons why business is swift. Varun Basin says he's ready to invest in agriculture sector.
Sure. So Agri Exim Limited is a company based in Uganda, We are currently working on an expansion plan in a few countries in East Africa, inland needs within Africa. So now with Bolloré and MSC teaming up and also giving us the sea freight option, I think it just eases our burden to find a inland operator, then a logistics partner for inland, then a shipping operator. I think it's just one solution under one roof.
In the meantime, Rwandans who import goods from abroad, exporters as well as advocates of traders in customs, also plays a major role in the movement of goods, appreciate the progress the country continues to make in facilitating the flow of goods through agencies that help exporters and importers of goods abroad. When you end up buying things in Asia and other parts of the world, you need a way to get them here in Kigali. It will not be possible without those people who do it in their daily life, like shipping lines and clearing agency from ports like Mombasa, Dar es Salaam, and reaches us without any problem. Since in the 1960s, there have been 3 companies in Rwanda that help shippers and exporters handle cargo. The representative of these companies say that this has something to do with the expansion of the country's economy in the international market and commercial competition for the benefit of those these companies provide services to.
It is very beneficial because it increases investment in our country. Working with international company makes it easier for everyone to know our country and how it is doing in the business competition in these times.
At the end of last year, 2022, Bolloré International Shipping Company signed a cooperation agreement with the world's leading maritime shipping company called Mediterranean Shipping Company, MSC, which is expected to accelerate especially in 48 countries on the African continent, including Rwanda. Jessica Gasaro, RwandaTV News.
Various parents in Nyarugenge district appreciate the establishment of early childhood development centers, which facilitated them to eradicate the problem of child stunting in Kimisagara sector. Adam Squizera with more.
Uwimpuhwe Oliver is one of the parents who have a child suffering stunting and malnutrition in Kimisagara sector, Nyarugenge district. Oliver points on the key benefits of these early childhood development centers.
Before, the child had 6 kilograms. Since I came here, I learned how to prepare a healthy diet for my child in order to overcome stunting. First, we provide toilets to the residents who don't have it. Then we help those who are in need, since we know that lack of toilets leads to poor hygiene, which hinders the community's well-being.
The Kimisagara sector is one of the sectors in the Kigali city that has been suffering the problem of poor hygiene and child stunting, where in cooperation with the private sector, they began Hygiene Campaign Week, which aims to eradicate the problems of poor hygiene and child stunting as well. Firstly, we provided toilets to the residents who don't have it. Then we also help those who are needy, since we know that lack of toilets leads to poor hygiene, which hinders the community's well-being. Musangani Eklelis, who is in charge of health in this sector, points out the role of this campaign, plus the activities expected to take place during this campaign week.
We are in the campaign of hygiene and fighting child stunting. And in order to fight child stunting, we set some measures, such as establishing early childhood development centers, as we also teach mothers to prepare a healthy diet for children. We also teach them that hygiene is the key to eradicating stunting.
According to the National Statistics of Rwanda latest Demographic and Health Survey, DHS, the national rate of stunting stood at 33%, as the government's target is to reduce stunting to 19% in 2024. Adam Squizera, RTV News.
Welcome back. You are still watching Rwanda television news, and we'll keep it on the local scene into health matters. Those who work in the healthcare sector say that Muganga Sacco, a financial institution created for support in the development of health institution workers, has many benefits for the sector in general. However, they say that they also believe that this institution still needs to improve on a number of things in order to assist those in the healthcare system to further develop. We do have the details with the Bulletin.
Some of the current members of the former HSS MAG, a health sector saving program that evolved into Muganga Savings and Credit Cooperatives for health sector staff with the goal of assisting them in development, say that they are currently benefiting from this financial institution. Its benefits is that you can access loans in a very short period.
Its benefits include the low interest rate. Like for the other banks, you find that their interest rate is at 18%, while they told us in Muganga Sacco that it will not exceed 14%. In Muganga Sacco, we'll be able to access loans as health practitioners, since our salary will facilitate us to get loans easily.
Some of the challenges that these financial institutions has come to solve in the sector include the problem of workers who often drop out due to various reasons, including overtime, lack of facilities in development activities, and so many other challenges. The Director General of Muganga Sacco, Claudine Wamba Ingabire, points out their role in ensuring retention of workers in the health sector. The issue of dropout is something that we can look at in a very big way. I think the Ministry of Health has many strategies to solve this issue, but we are one of those strategies to address this issue. We are here to be able to fulfill what is expected of us, which is in our responsibility to raise the financial capacity of health workers. We have to fulfill our responsibilities, and if other strategies related to the retention are well implemented, I think we will achieve it at 100%. To ensure the continued development of those working in the health sector, some of the workers in the health sector say that there are some improvements needed.
They have to make some innovations, like what they did by initiating emergency loans. When you have an urgent issue, they can give you a loan within 24 hours. So we request them to add other innovations, hence to facilitate health practitioners as well.
According to Muganga Sacco, there is more to offer that will assist in development of workers in this sector. When people want to apply for a loan, the most important thing they look at is the interest rate. Our interest rate is very low. In addition, our commissions are also very low. We try to make it profitable, but by ensuring the benefits of our clients, and that's our uniqueness. We are here to provide services at a low price, and they are happy about that. And what's more to our services is that they are fully digital. As you all know, all over the country, we have members both in health centers and other health institutions, but they can apply for loans and they can receive and cash out their salaries by just using their mobile phones. This financial institution was founded in 2017 as savings groups known as Ibimina for people working in the health sector. Those include doctors, nurses, pharmacists, and other workers in this field. It currently has more than 10,000 members. RwandaTV, RTV News.
On behalf of the entire news production, as well as the technical team that made it happen, thank you for being with us on this edition of Rwanda Television News. Until next time, stay safe and have a great evening.